This is a podcast or something like that. I was just thinking, I should probably have lunch or breakfast. It's like lunchtime and I haven't had breakfast, You ever been in that situation? And then I was like, no, I want to do the podcast. I just poured myself a coffee, a solid second cup of the day coffee, First one was iced coffee I brewed yesterday. This one's hot coffee I brewed this morning. So it's like, I'm set up to do a podcast record. Might as well just do this. I don't really have anything for breakfast in the house is the, problem. That's the factor here. So I'm like, go to the store. I'm just like all ready to record a pod app. I want to just do that and then go to the store. But, it's like, well, I don't know what to do. And then I realized, I could just do a short pod app, a short podcast episode. You know what I mean? Like I could just do a short one. Like no one makes me do this. No one tells me what to do. It's like, I could just do what I want, a shorter one. And then I thought, that's not, how am I going to do that? You know what I mean? I'm very long-winded. I like to talk. So how am I going to do that? And then I realized, I have a secret trick in the bag for today, which is that I have absolutely nothing planned. Okay, I have like one thing in my verbal journal Google Doc, and nothing else, none of the anythings, so let me have a sip of coffee, since we're here. Okay. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a good day. I just uploaded actually to the side channel. Hope you didn't get too excited before I said to the side channel. It's me editing. It's making a song. Me making a song on Ableton, and then I also uploaded a final version of that song to whatstherapy.bandcamp.com. It's the most recent release called Something in the Water. I can show you a little taste here. You get a little sample for the pod. Here's a little sample. Here's how it's... I'll just play a random sampling from the middle. Wait. That was bad. I didn't want to play the part with me singing. Fuck. Fuck. All right. Yow. Okay, so it's kind of, like that. Except it doesn't have me saying yow. So I made a song, a while ago on stream, and then today I finally edited the footage of me doing that, and then uploaded that with a final version of the song to Bandcamp so people can listen and enjoy. It's kind of cool. I'm into it. I think it's, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy to, do music. I love music. I've been working a lot on music, but that's the only thing I was sort of ready to upload. So yeah, I'm doing well. I've had a good weekend. I've actually just done a ton of painting. I saw a friend on Thursday, a few friends and an old friend. So it was very cool to hang out. And then yesterday, and then Friday I didn't really do much. I mostly just stayed home and painted, but it was awesome. And I had my first day at work at my new office Friday day, which was super cool to do. And I was just like, really happy to just be at home and paint. And I think I probably watched some sports. Yesterday I watched the U.S. Open women's final. It was super good. Coco Gauff won. It was annoying to have to see her tell her coach to stop talking to her. It was really distressing to see her in that situation. But other than that, she played very well and everything else was very enjoyable about it. So I was just painting some more yesterday for many hours. I hung out with a friend also earlier yesterday, a different friend. And then today I did that, editing, wasn't anything too intense. And then I'm doing this, and then I might see some friends, or I might just stay chill at home, and then I'm gonna hang out and play poker with some other friends tonight. Hopefully that stays. We've been doing that every week for a few weeks, and it's been really fucking fun. So I'm hoping to play some more poker. Low stakes Texas Hold'em, $5 buy-in, and low blinds. What are the blinds? They're like 10 and 20 cents usually. So that means you can get a lot of rounds of poker in, because blinds are what you have to auto pay just to like see the flop, see the first three cards, if you're not familiar with Texas Hold'em. And you're just trying to put together a good hand. It's a good mixture of luck and skill, poker, and it's a very social game, which is very fun. Very happy to be doing another pod up. This is episode, I believe, 33. It'd be funny if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, because I had like a sort of cheating situation unintentionally where I was, just in the process of looking through my files while editing this, opening this file to edit the Ableton stream of me making this song. My computer showed me like one of my recent files, and it was, I believe, the folder 32, which was for my, I don't know why I do this, but for each, well, I guess it keeps things organized. So I do know why I do this, but I have a folder for the podcast episodes on my computer. So it's called podcast. You click on it, and in it, there's just, folder called 1, folder called 2, folder called 3. And then in each of those folders is like the raw file, like that I'm recording right now. And then, the final version of the file that I then export, once I put, if I have 2 or 3 raw files, if I go to the bathroom or something, stop editing. So basically that's how it works. So it keeps it more organized to have folders, but I saw the folder 32, meaning now I know this is 33. I don't know if I would have known otherwise. And like I said, I'm honestly not even sure. I feel like I'm losing track. So numbers aside, numerology aside, what else? What else is there besides numbers? I was just watching the new Leo Vader video. It's extremely fucking funny and creative and so good. He's got to be one of the best, most creative people on making stuff on YouTube. That was good. I've also been watching, I mentioned this last week, I've been watching a lot of Tim Heidecker and Greg Turkington, their show On Cinema. I just never realized how much I would enjoy this. And I got into it so much that I have just been watching all the episodes. I think I'm into season 5 or 6 now in On Cinema, because I've just been playing it in the background. As I paint. So it's just like, very short episodes too. It's like they're like 8-minute episodes. And I think I'm starting to get to the part of the show where like it goes completely off the rails. I mean, it's off the rails in the specials, in the Oscar specials that they do each year, and some of the episodes, but some of them are just so on the rails. It's such a funny combination. Like Greg Turkington's whole character is that he just genuinely just wants to sit there and say positive things about movies. And Tim Heidecker's character, like, sort of seems like he does not watch any of them. Like, it's a weird combination where he presents the movie at first almost as if he hasn't seen any of them. And then he seems to have seen it. And he says he's in. But anyways, yeah, his character just has a lot of personal life issues as well. Oh yeah, I didn't put this in. Yeah, I didn't put this in the plan for the pod, but I did have an idea, because I often talk about how few movies I've seen, because I think it's interesting. So I thought, what if I went through all of their movie review, like all of the movies that I've seen them review so far, and say which ones I think I've seen. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of them really fast from season 1. I'm going to say it and then say if I've seen it. The Man with the Iron Fists, no. Flight, no. Skyfall, no. Lincoln, no. Twilight Part 2, no. Anna Karenina, no. Which, by the way, Tim says Anna Karenina. I don't know how to pronounce it. He goes, Anna Karenina, chick flick. It's a classic chick flick. So it's like he hasn't seen it, but then he does describe some aspects of it. So yeah, anyways. So no, I have not seen any of these 6 movies so far. And we're in 2012, by the way. These are when all these movies came out. Red Dawn, no. Life of Pi. I think I did see Life of Pi, actually, at some point. Yeah. So first one. The Frozen Ground, no. Universal Soldier, Day of Reckoning, no. Playing for Keeps, no. Hyde Park on Hudson, no. The Hobbit, no. Les Mis, no. Zero Dark 30, no. Monsters, Inc. 3D, no. I saw the original one. Jack Reacher, no. Cirque du Soleil, Worlds Away, no. Parental Guidance, no. Django Unchained. I think I might have seen Django Unchained. Wait, hold on. Django Unchained. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it was fine. Side Effects, no. Identity Thief, no. Okay, so now we're in season 2. Side Effects, no. Identity Thief, no. A Good Day to Die Hard, no. Escape from Planet Earth, no. Snitch, no. Dark Skies, no. 21 and Over, no. Jack the Giant Slayer, no. Oz the Great and Powerful, no. Dead Man Down, no. Carrie, no. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, no. The Croods, no. G.I. Joe Retaliation, no. Temptation Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, no. The Company You Keep, no. Jurassic Park 3D, no. But I did see one of the Jurassic Parks, and maybe 2 of them. I think I saw Jurassic World. Oblivion, no. Scary Movie 5, no. But I've seen a few of them. The Future of Cinema, that's not a movie. Okay. Now we're on season 3. The Lone Ranger, no. Despicable Me 2, no. Grown Ups 2, no. Pacific Rim, no. Turbo, no. Red 2, no. The Wolverine, no. Blue Jasmine, no. The Smurfs 2, no. 300, Rise of an Empire, no. But I saw the first one when I was in high school. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, no. Elysium, no. I don't think so, but there's a chance I saw a part of it. It looked cool. Maybe I just thought it looked cool from the, picture. Kick-Ass 2, no. The World's End, yes, and I own it on DVD. It's one of the most surreal movies ever. The World's End, it's a Simon Pegg movie, and I don't even want to spoil it, but I will say, just if you've seen it, like, that movie does something that very, very few movies do. You know what? I will spoil it. Fast forward 30 seconds if you don't want to hear me spoil it. That movie... Okay, are you ready? Did you have time to fast forward? Okay. I'm sorry if you weren't near the button. Okay, 30 seconds starts now. The World's End does this thing where it shifts basically halfway through into a completely different type of movie. It shifts into I believe a zombie movie essentially, which I did not know it was. And so it right at this point where it's these friends getting together, these old friends trying to get along. And right at the point where it's oh, wow, they can't communicate. Oh, they're, not getting along. Then it completely shifts into a zombie movie. It's so wild. More movies need to do that. It's really, really surreal. If you haven't seen any of the promotional materials, then you just watch it. Okay. The Colony, no. One Direction, This Is Us, no. The Getaway, no. Riddick, no. Okay. Season 4. Lone Survivor, no. Her, yes. I believe I saw it twice in theaters. I thought it was very good. Her with Joaquin Phoenix. I thought that was extremely good, and I'm sure it made me cry at least once. The Nut Job, no. Ride Along, no. I, Frankenstein, no. Gimme Shelter, no. On Alternative... sorry, that's not a movie. The Lego Movie, no. RoboCop, no. The Girl on a Bicycle, no. Endless Love, no. Pompeii, no. Welcome to Yesterday... no. Nonstop, no. Need for Speed, no. But I played that video game when I was a kid. Walk of Shame, no. Muppets Most Wanted, no. Deliver Us from Evil, no. Tammy, no. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, no. So It Goes, no. But I read Slaughterhouse 5. Jupiter Ascending, no. Planes, Fire, and Rescue, no. Wish I Was Here, no. But I like Pink Floyd. Hercules, no. Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't believe so, no. Get On Up, no. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, no. And Into the Storm, no. Let's Be Cops. Which one am I on? Focus and last season 6. Okay, we have a little ways to go. Let's Be Cops, no. The Expendables 3, no. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, no, but I saw the first Sin City when I was very young. The November Man, no. Jezebel, no. Dark Places, no. The Green Inferno, no. Season 6. Jupiter Ascending, no. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. I don't think so. I don't know how many movies they made. I'm sure I saw the first one. I think I remember seeing the first one. 50 Shades of Grey, no. Kingsman, The Secret Service, no. Hot Tub Time Machine 2, no. And I didn't see the first one either. McFarlane's USA, no. Focus. This is the episode I'm on now in season 6. Focus, no. Lazarus, no. I can just keep going, but it's probably long enough for now. If you want an update next week, write in to verbaljournalpodcast@gmail.com because I will be continuing to watch, and I can give you an update from season 6, episode 4. I can give you an update of like what I haven't seen if you found that interesting. But so yeah, that's from 2012 to 2015 out of like the, I mean, that's like probably 50. I mean, that's like close to 100 movies. That's like 80 to 100 movies, and I probably saw well under 10 of them, like 5 of them, I guess. That was, I just didn't see a lot of movies back then, and I still don't, but I do love movies. I just don't make enough time for them in my life and in my heart and in my soul. Speaking of the mailbag, I'm going to check the mailbag, see if anyone wrote in this week. verbaljournalpodcast@gmail.com. You're always free to write in. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're enjoying. Let me know about the podcast or about whatever. Okay, let's check the VerbJournPod Gmail. And we have no one wrote in. That's fine. That's fine. I totally get that. I totally get that. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about is, I talked about not choosing revenge in my own personal life, having an issue with this guy who worked nearby my old office. Not the reason I moved offices, but one of the annoying factors. This guy who would just like randomly turn the lights off and just like do things that made the office feel kind of unprofessional and weird. I decided to not choose revenge by, not repeatedly telling the property manager about issues, especially when it got significantly worse. Because I realized it wouldn't help. I already told the property manager earlier. I don't think they were like acting on it. You know what I mean? So I basically decided this is only going to potentially hurt me to flare the flames or whatever, fan the flames with this guy. Fan the flares with this guy. So anyways, there was another example recently of not choosing revenge I just thought was interesting because it's a totally different kind. But I have a good friend, and, some people just don't text a lot, okay? And, like, I have a good friend, and I was moving offices, and I asked if they potentially could help because I already had one friend on board to move a couch. I just wasn't sure if I would need another. And I was like, hey, could you be on hand? I asked them, like, 2 weeks in advance. They were like, let me know the day before because I can't, I can't make that call with my work schedule. Just let me know the day before. But they sounded, totally into it. And so I just hit them up the day before. I was like, hey, no worries if not. Can you let me know if you can help? And they didn't respond ever. They never responded. And it was like, okay, that's lame. Is the word I use for it, which probably has weird implications, but I don't know a better word. Like, it's just, that's just lame. It's lame. But it's like, okay, I don't want to let stuff like that ruin a friendship. It's not that big of a deal. And I do have a tendency to just be a little too annoyed at stuff like that. So I was like, whatever, seriously, but like, whatever. Trying to not think about it, but it would pop into my mind every day, once or twice, and I'd be annoyed about not getting a response at all. Because to be clear, I was totally fine with this person just being like, no, I can't help. That would have been no big deal. Would not have had any disappointment. It's just like, oh yeah, no worries. Anyways, no response, kind of lame. So they hit me up about a week later, just a few days ago, and they were like, oh, do I have this? They needed a tool. They asked if I had a certain tool. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I really want to ignore them. But that is really bad. That's really bad to do. That's passive aggressive, and that's the type of thing you do if you want a relationship to have issues, you know. You don't do that. You have every right to say to someone, you know, I didn't like that you ignored my message. And I still might. I hopefully won't, because I think it's not a big deal. But I have every right to do that if I want to. It might not be a good call, but to take it as far as to actually act in a passive aggressive way out of revenge is actually disrespectful. And that's the problem with it. It's disrespectful. It's treating the other person like a child, like they need to learn through like this sort of direct exposure, like they can't sort of like cognitively process that they had hurt your feelings. Like you don't need to inflict pain onto somebody to like, you don't need to try to, it doesn't help your communication with someone to transparently, because it would be transparent. I don't know if my friend would have made the connection immediately, but eventually I bet they would have. And that's what you sort of want them to do when you're doing it, right? You want them to make the connection, but trust me, you don't. Because that just makes you look bad for the, you know, like immature. Okay. So that was what I wanted to discuss. Another example, not choosing revenge. I just responded to the message and was like, hey, you know, after when I saw it, I waited like 10 or 15 minutes, but it was probably like 30 minutes after this person sent it, maybe an hour. You know, and I was like, hey, nope, I don't have that tool. Like, sorry, like all the best or something, like exclamation point, which is borderline already passive aggressive because it's so positive, but it's not. It's just a normal degree of positive. I was just like, you know, so might see that friend tonight at poker though. Hopefully take his fucking money. No, okay. The segment where we read comments on the YouTube channel, I didn't save any, but people left some nice comments and stuff, but yeah, nothing to share today. Chess segment of the week, nothing to really share today. Fantasy update, I'm winning my matchup against my friend today, but this week, but you know, it's meaningless. We're both not in the playoffs, you know. Screen time report. Okay, last segment of the pod. This is going to be a short one, as I said. Last segment of the pod is the screen time report, where I look at my phone screen time report. Wow. So 5 minutes more than last week's daily average, which was up itself. An hour and 18 minutes daily average on my phone. Sunday and Wednesday this past week, huge amounts, over 2 hours. And a lot of it is YouTube, because I've been having things playing in the background, or I've been watching more YouTube on my phone, usually not just like sitting there watching it, but I'll play a video from YouTube in the background, you know, in different circumstances, strategically, you know, might strategically play a YouTube video. It's not like I'm ever like, you know, wasting my time consuming content. It's always strategic and very purposeful. So we look at my screen time report, not because I use my phone too much, but because it's just so awesome and perfect, the amount that I use my phone. It's always the right amount, you know. It's never too much or too little. So that's definitely the way I think about that. But yeah, life is good. I bought a few new canvases. Oh shit, it's the poker group chat. Hey, so poker... Yes, it's happening. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Wish me luck. It's so much fun. Okay. So yeah, I bought a few canvases again and painted over them, and I'm really enjoying my painting. It's been super delightful. And yeah, check out the new song on the side channel and whatstherapy.bandcamp.com. And cool. Yeah, we can talk again soon. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. If I don't have anything come up to talk about before next week, I have some really interesting news articles I've been collecting that we can look at. Actually, wow, I do have a fair bit of stuff here. Connections and differences between irrationality and mental illness. That's something I put in my Google Doc a while ago. Okay, yeah, I guess I was hoping that would just come up naturally. Okay. Okay, well, thanks for listening and have a great time. And yeah, feel free to listen to the other episodes. A quick plug for Verbal Journal. Okay, goodbye. This is a podcast or something like that.